Hey and welcome to Discard. Today I'm here with another channel and writer, Caleb J. Ross.
Thank you for having me, Discard. I'm excited for the chance to remind your viewers why they watch your channel and not mine. I get it.
And we're going to go over a couple ways that we display our items in our game rooms and game collections. This is co-op game display. Let's take a look. So the first idea I have today is actually for the Game Boy Advance cartridge. And this little cartridge is a lot harder than you'd think to display. There are definitely a few different ways to display it, but I actually came across this wooden freestanding display for them. This stand is actually completely made out of plywood and it seems to be put together pretty well and it's pretty sturdy. The stand itself has 5 different shelves on it which allow you to carry 40 different Game Boy Advance cartridges. And that is a tremendously large amount of Game Boy Advance cards. One of the negatives I definitely did come across was that some of the edges on this may give you splinters, so I would recommend maybe some light sanding if you do find some of those edges. But overall, I think this is a pretty interesting idea. I think you could use it for a tremendous amount of different things. I think I may be using it for some of these items that are in special editions. Some of these little items like coins and keychains and pins might be a perfect spot for these, as well as some of those Game Boy Advance cartridges. So I'm definitely recommending this one.
I'm a fan of crowded simplicity as a design aesthetic. I like lots of stuff, but displayed without wasted space. Just take a look at the way the many things on my walls are sort of organized in a weird maze-like pattern. I just enjoy it, it's fun. And when it comes to shelves, that means simple shelves with not much negative space. These Mario pipe green shelves do just that. They are simple lengths of PVC pipe painted green. That's it. Now, PVC pipes are not meant to be load bearing though, so keep that in mind. I kept the length of the pipes to the distance between studs, in my case, 16 inches. To keep things extra clean, I've also hidden the console wires inside the pipes. This makes expanding the number of consoles on display pretty difficult, but I don't plan on expanding them anytime soon, so I am super happy with it.
Another beautiful idea was actually sent in by DNA Dimension Designs, and I've shown some of their stuff on the show before, and it really never ceases to amaze me the quality of the products that they put out there. This stand is completely made out of a beautiful piece of wood. It's completely finished, it's seamless, it's absolutely beautiful, and it has little stands throughout it for a bunch of Game Boy or Game Boy Color cartridges. This stand is a tiered display, so every single Game Boy cartridge that you put on there is going to be a little bit above the previous cartridge. So it shows you a little bit more of that artwork while also packing cartridges into a smaller space. One of the really cool features of the DNA Dimension Design products is they'll put little details in there. And on this one, it does say Game Boy in the correct font. It looks absolutely beautiful in the lower right-hand corner. I absolutely love that. I'm pretty nostalgic about that logo, and I think it's awesome. This stand holds 16 different cartridges and does so well and so professionally. I think this would look good in almost any collection, regardless of your aesthetic. And one of the best things about DNA Dimension Designs is that they will actually work with you to customize a product like this. If you didn't like the Game Boy being in the lower right hand corner, you could put your name there or your company name. You could do a whole bunch of different things, but that would be available to you. But with the fact that these displays are tiered and they are absolutely beautiful and detailed, I would certainly recommend you check out DNA Dimension Designs and see all the awesome stuff that's available there. They do a great job. It's well worth looking into.
I have a lot of controllers and I needed a way to display them. Now, I recently constructed this very simple unit to display my wireless PS4, DualShock, and Nintendo Switch Pro controllers, but more than just display the controllers, it actually charges up to 4 controllers using a USB power adapter that I adhered to the underside using command strips. The charging bar is made by attaching 2 1-inch square dowels to the edges of a 5-inch by 1-inch by 4-foot plank of wood. Now, to hold the controllers, I used Apriori? I don't know how to pronounce it. I use their acrylic mounts, but probably any acrylic mounts will do. Oh, and here's a super secret bonus for you. Some of you may have noticed the gray wall color in my room. Yes, that's the color of NES cartridges and the NES controllers. If you're going to display video games and accessories, you might as well carry the theme to the walls. That's what I always say. That's what I've said this once. So still always. Every opportunity that's allowed me to say that, I've said that, therefore I do always say that.
And for the last idea today, both me and Caleb like to look outside the box when we're looking for display ideas.
Absolutely. Sometimes using items outside their intended purpose can lead to unexpected successes, and it forces us to be a little creative. They say a sign of creativity is taking two things that don't belong together and finding a way to make them work together. So this is fun brain exercises in addition to fun cartridge display ideas.
It can help tremendously to just stop thinking about anything that's game related and start thinking about things that are shaped like games or look like games. One of the recent ideas I've had on the channel that came to me from someone else are these wallet holders. I found that these wallet holders work for a ton of different things from your game collection, from retro games to modern games to loose carts to boxed games. It seems like these work for a whole bunch of different things. They're also clear acrylic and tiered, so that's always a huge plus for me because I can see that artwork and it looks beautiful. And of course, another outside the box idea was tea bag holders. I found that a tea bag packaging was around the same size of a Game Boy cartridge. So I decided to check those out and see if these holders would work well for it. And every tea bag holder that I've tested to date functions really well for Game Boy cartridges. But of course, thinking outside the box doesn't stop at those two items. I found Scrabble holders and I found bins that were designed for storing different things that they would work well for different cartridges. You just have to keep your eyes open and keep looking.
I like shadow boxes for display. They give depth to the wall but are clean and simple. Again, crowded simplicity is my design aesthetic. Something that works really well for shadow boxes: cigar boxes, wooden cigar boxes. I made some shelves using empty cigar boxes and stuck them to the wall using command strips. Now, cigar boxes range widely in terms of depth and width, meaning you can display a nice combination of figures and trinkets. Plus, the tallest and shallowest boxes leave a lot of flat, blank space to place stickers or these Nintendo-themed drink coasters. The porous wood that cigar boxes are made out of also makes a great surface for displaying pins. Hey, I know that guy. Best of all, cigar boxes are incredibly cheap. In fact, many cigar shops will give them to you for free. Just call your nearest cigar shop and ask. And if they're not free, they're usually just a couple bucks. And that's independent of size usually, so you get a giant one or a small one for about the same price. At least in my experience, that's the case. I love these things.
So first of all, I want to thank Caleb J. Ross for coming on the channel today to share some of his ideas from his own collection. Caleb, why don't you share what your channel's all about?
Thank you, Discard, for letting me in your show, and thank you, viewers, for watching. I would love all of you to check out my channel, where I aim to help people love video games even more. I do that by offering reviews of video games, reviews of books about video games, and editorials about video game and gaming culture that make you not just want to play games, but think games. Find me at youtube.com/Caleb J. Ross.
Caleb J. Ross's channel is one that I personally watch, and I certainly recommend you looking into. He makes a tremendous amount of original content, and from episode to episode, you're not going to really know what's coming next. So it always draws me in to see what he's working on. So thanks for coming and checking out Discard today. If you have any other ideas on how to display things in your game room or game collection, please leave them in the comments below. I'm always looking for more ideas on how to display things. If you want to help out Discard past a subscription, please check out patreon.com/Discard and check out all the awesome stuff you can get for $2 a month. If you like this video, please leave a like. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. But otherwise, have a great day and collect what you love.
I love butterfly clips. If it weren't so weird, I'd marry one, and don't you look at me like that. You would too. You have to agree, the butterfly clip is the sexiest of all office supplies. I'm just kidding, Stapler. You're the sexiest. So my final outside-the-box idea is a super simple way to add some texture and depth to your shelves using butterfly clips. Just wrap rubber bands around the metal handles of the two butterfly clips, and that keeps the handles from sliding apart, and clip onto any cartridge for a quick and stable set of feet. Put it on the shelf behind another cartridge or behind anything else, just gives it a nice little lift, a little bit of height.